it's justified some of the time. So if it's
Hey, Grover.
Hey, Gail.
Would you rather be stranded on a desert island with McNeil or Larry?
I'll tell you the worst thing about losing a foot. Hey, man!
Jane, I knew you'd win the fiction prize. You're a brilliant writer. Would you like to dance?
Oh, I would, Lester, but I find you irritatingly attractive. Here's my drunk boyfriend.
You know, I was gonna wear my goatee tonight. Wouldn't that have been embarrassing?
Yeah, goatee season is in full bloom. It's all those film majors.
I was tempted to put vodka in your Cran Orange. I don't know how you can not drink at these parties.
I saw you trip when you got your diploma.
Careful.
You got pig in the blanket on your chin.
Oh, congratulations on the fiction prize.
Yeah, you could have won if you'd submitted, or at least it would have been close.
You know, even though all 618 of us were wearing caps and gowns out there today, I couldn't help but think it was a coincidence that we were both wearing black.
Thank you. That's almost a sweet thing for you to say.
To life after college. Hey, do you forget things ever when you drink?
You mean blackout? No.
Well, no, I don't really black out, but I don't always remember everything. Do you think that's reason for concern?
Probably.
What do you mean, probably?
You've got a drinking problem. Get help. Is that a pajama top?
No.
Yes.
You know, you're sneaky like that thing in that movie.
No, I'm not like him.
Hey, Jade! Czechoslovakia. Wild.
Watch out.
You got into the university?
Yeah. I'm going to Prague. They called me this afternoon. Someone dropped out of the program, so I guess there's an opening now. So it's off to Prague to go to school. I know that Prague's a cliche now, but...
So how will that work if you're living with me in Brooklyn?
Well, it'll be the same, except I'll be in Prague.
Well, not just Brooklyn, A-list Brooklyn, Park Slope, Division II Manhattan.
Prague is Division I Bratislava. You might want to slow down. There's no alcohol in that.
Okay. Now, Czechoslovakia is just the worst place to go. And the way I see it, eventually you'll make your life in the States. Why run away now? You're just postponing that get started year.
I'm not postponing anything. I'm postponing months of emotional paralysis.
Exactly. It's a bad idea to go directly. The paralysis is just gonna wait for you when you get... What are you writing?
Some notes.
Will you stop writing what I'm saying? Can we have one spontaneous conversation where my dialogue doesn't end up in your next story? And what if I want this material?
We'll see who gets it first.
Okay, let me borrow your pen. I'm gonna write, selfish girl abandons helpless boy for overrated country.
Overrated. You never even been to Prague.
Oh, I've been to Prague. Well, I haven't been to Prague, but I know that thing. I know that stop shaving your armpits, read The Unbearable Lightness of Being, fall in love with a sculptor. Now I realize how bad American coffee is thing.
Beer. They have good beer.
How bad American beer is thing. How bad American beer is
I heard you
thing.
the first time.
I am so glad to find an actual adult at one of these parties. It's really just a bunch of freaked out kids, huh?
Yeah.
I'm Jocelyn.
Jocelyn. What an interesting name. I'm Chet.
Chet?
Hello.
So what do you do?
I'm a philosophy German major.
Philosophy German? I don't get it.
You're
You're not still a student, are you?
Oh, yeah. Well, technically, at least until I complete my thesis, which is becoming more and more overwhelming each year. This third tome has become quite a battle, which is odd because the second book came quite effortlessly.
How many years have you been here?
Oh, God, it'll be 10 come January. But I skipped a semester my sophomore year. Yeah.
Nice party.
Yes, it is. It is about as good as the one 3 years ago and much better than last year and the year before. Although, in my opinion, this doesn't hold a candle to the one 6 years ago. There was a horse at that one. I didn't go to the one 5 years ago. I don't know why. I think I just didn't feel like a party, but...
My parents fly in from Chicago, rent out these swank digs, booze old Otis up. Apparently, it's still not up to his standards.
I felt a little antsy. I couldn't eat.
You have two emotions, antsy and testy.
And now I'm antsy. What? Come on, I'm a little guy.
What are you talking about? You're enormous.
But you know what I mean, I'm little.
You're like a monster.
Yeah,
You're huge.
But inside, I'm little. I don't know, small maybe, I'm small. Look, as a little guy, I can't do all the things that all the bigger guys do.
Boys.
You're out of your mind.
Where's Grover?
First thing I'm gonna do is read all the great short novels. You wanna get married?
Yes.
You okay?
Yes, I do.
Because you fell, I wonder.
Okay, can you name me 8 movies where monkeys play a key role?
Ding! Going ape. Mighty Joe Young.
For all of our sakes, I hope
Monkey
nobody
Trouble.
gets this.
You know, in a few hours,
King Kong.
I'm gonna lose all
The
identity.
other King Kong.
8 hours ago, I was Max Belmont, English major, college senior.
La Femme Monkey.
Now, I
There's
am
a boy
Max
and
Belmont
monkeys.
who does nothing.
What are you talking about?
Monkeys,
What do I do?
Ted and Alice.
I do nothing. All my accomplishments are in the past.
Monkeys.
Okay. Monkeys is a stupid subject.
Yeah, monkeys is stupid. Monkeys is stupid. So.
Yeah. How about name me 6 empiricist philosophers?
Okay, Hume.
Ding!
For Christ's sake,
Hume?
can it, Skippy? How about
Then all the
worst
other
case
ones?
scenarios after graduation?
Dang, heart attack.
Ding! Live in Milwaukee. Live in Milwaukee.
Forget everything you learned.
I didn't learn enough in the first place to forget, and honey, you did not ding in, and this is definitely not for juniors. I'm sorry, I was completely out of line there.
Ding, forget everything you learned. Really,
Ron
Skippy?
Grisham's the monkey. Monkeys, Ted and Alice. Carnal monkeys.
Prague. Come back a bug.
You could maybe sympathize with my choice of Prague over Brooklyn. I quit.
What do you mean you quit?
I
You
quit.
quit? Oh, I see. First you only smoke after meals, and then just once or twice a day, and now all of a sudden you're quitting.
You could come with me, you know.
What's for me in Prague?
Places Kafka lived. Me.
So all of a sudden you just stop smoking? Meanwhile, I'm at 2 packs a day. For 20 years, I make it through all that peer pressure. Suddenly, my senior year, you get me addicted.
Well, because you smoke now, I should too.
No, but what you did was sneak. Yes, you should smoke too.
Look, I told you I was quitting. You didn't pay any attention. You're a foul-weather friend, Grover. You're not interested in me unless I'm suffering like you. You're like a child sometimes.
Yeah, but if I was a child, you'd find that endearing.
Hey, Jane! Prague! Woo!
Yeah, I'll woo you.
I don't know what else to say. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
Jocelyn. Hi.
Fine.
Jet, my man. Louis. Hi. My friend. Louis. Oh, Louis. Tell me, did you graduate accidentally or on purpose?
I'm gonna miss you, man.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you, my friend. I love you. Louis, I love you too. Okay, Louis, I've gotta go now. Bye-bye.
Okay. So how does that work?
Do I have to start paying back my loan, like, tomorrow?
I'm gonna go look for pot.
Don't you sometimes wish there was another position in just something else to do?
Hey, Grover, worst case scenario after graduation.
Ding. Jane dumps me to move to Prague. I spend the rest of my life with you idiots.
That was more of a yield at that stop sign.
I broke, thanks.
No, it was more of a yield.
Flight 368 to Chicago, now boarding at gate 7.
Look at him.
Flight 368.
What's in Milwaukee?
Your graduate school. Your, what did you study?
Mechanical engineering?
Mechanical engineering, right. Go.
I hate readjusting my watch.
Don't check your bags. They'll just lose them.
God, I hate fooling with a watch. Oh, I can't change my habits. I'll be sleeping all day, awake all night.
It's Milwaukee.
It's only an hour's difference, Otis. You won't even notice.
Yeah, I'll be hungry at 5. I'll be ready for the local news at 4.
This is useless. We just have to walk away like mothers in nursery school.
Otis. Well, it settles Otis.
What I used to be able to pass off as just another bad summer could now potentially turn into a bad life.
Ah, the fan. The trusty fan. Everyone brings this to school, uses it for about 3 or 4 days, and then shoves it in the closet for the remainder of the semester.
I use that fan all the time. All the time.
Oh. Okay. Cool. Kudos, Miami!
Hi, Friedrich.
Well, you are looking lovely this semester. More appropriate for a runway than these environs. What are you doing here? Well, what is wrong with this picture? Some explaining? I thought you graduated.
Yeah, I did. I'm just helping Miami move in.
Uh-huh.
You know? Actually, I might be living around here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I haven't
yes.
decided yet. I've got all these decisions and...
Hey, Jacob, how are you?
Jesus.
God, I have that horrible song stuck in my head. Hum something so I can get rid of it. I don't know that. Hum something else. Beautiful soil. Beautiful beer. Who the hell bought Black Eyed Peas?
Hi, Grover. It's Dad. Call me. I'm in Boston at the Greenbergs. Did you see the Knicks Bulls exhibition on Saturday? Call me there to discuss.
I spent my last 20 on groceries.
You're poor.
Yeah. Since graduation, I'm poor, you're rich. We are no longer equal.
Well, my parents are rich. You know what I wish? I wish we were just going off to war. Or retiring. I wish I was just retiring after a lifetime of hard labor. Get down.
Why?
Get down. It's a cookie man. The guy who goes door to door selling cookies. I saw him earlier in the neighborhood. He is so hard to say no to. Just stay down. I can't handle him. He'll go away soon.
How long do we have to stay down here?
Go away. way, Cookie Man.
Cookie Man.
The hell are you doing here?
I felt antsy. I think there was more reason for me to stay.
It's remarkable.
But Milwaukee in graduate school.
No, I'm gonna defer my admission. I think I'll move back in with my mom for a while. Oh, look who I found.
Hi, kids. Got your little back-to-school gift.
Oh, great. Dictionary. Hey, I'm gonna look up. This is great, Chet, really. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
So, did you have fun at the airport?
Yeah. Oh, here, I got you some magazines.
Thanks.
What would you rather do, cow or lose your mother?
Cow.
Cow.
We'd rather do Peppermint Patty or Lucy.
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 What would you rather do, cow or turkey?
Wild or farm raised?
I no idea. Just answer the question.
Turkey.
You know, I regret not taking my junior year abroad.
Skippy, don't let Friedrich bother you.
He doesn't bother me. He doesn't bother me. I said I
He's
wish.
bothering you.
I said I wish I had taken my junior year.
But you shouldn't even let it get to you. He's this Euro trash guy. I mean,
You,
doesn't bother.
Cow or lose your mother?
What?
Would you rather cow or lose your mother?
Answer the question.
Who's asking the question?
answer the question.
Neither, thanks.
Doesn't like.
I don't know. A cow.
Cow.
That's his thing.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. If they hadn't called a technical on Riley, they would have won.
Hey, who won Blood Bowl 2?
That is a bad habit. You really ought to finish that in the bathroom.
What about that call with half a minute left? Ewing was pushed. Yeah. You're right, Dad.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Little fellas, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, Chad.
Skippy.
I know.
What's up?
Hold on, Dad.
What are you doing with that?
I packed it by accident.
Hopefully plays for us.
Did you see all the people moving in?
Oh, how are the freshman biddies?
Deadly. Best since 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, I've been doing a little research. Now, we all know how old Mozart was when he did all that.
Like one.
And Keats, big poet Keats, Keats was dead by 24. And Tracy Austin, when she started playing, she was tiny. I looked a 15 in love with her, if you know what I mean. Ace her deuce.
I'd like to on the tennis court if you get my meaning.
Yeah.
Are you wearing mascara?
No. Yes.
Let's hit the Penguin. It's like what, 120?
It's almost cocktail hour. Chad, tell Grover we went to the Penguin.
Okay.
Wait a second, I just want to see if they get the stain out.
It's a detergent commercial, Otis. They're gonna get it out.
Well, yeah, well, that's bicycle grease.
Okay, let's go.
Why do you think everyone in the Knicks is dysfunctional, Dad? Riley is not depressed. Dad, that's silly. Riley's happily married. No, I think it's a successful marriage. Look, I gotta go. Okay. Okay, we'll discuss this. All right. Okay, bye. Was it the woman in lace-top thigh-highs? The chemise and wrap? The matte satin boxer pajamas? Or the tailor strapless bra? He closed the catalog. Gower felt like he could shout into Father's pillow, and he never got her call.
Lester. I find this is Grover's most mature work to date. The scene with the carrot peeler really resonated. The piece really had a 100 years of solitude bent to it.
Right. I'll give you
Prose
mine
is
for
like
solitude.
the bastard child of Raymond Carver. Like Ray Carver meets Fitzgerald.
Gail.
When you think about it, the main character has a little Holden Caulfield crossed with Humbert Humbert, and then in that sort of pseudo-Russian novel ilk. I think it's Grover's best work to date.
Yes. You're pretty.
I'd like to say first up that the prose is remarkable. It's beautifully written. However, I've noticed that the characters in Grover's story spend all their time discussing the least important things, you know, like what to have for dinner or who's the best-looking model in the Victoria's Secret catalog. I don't know, to me the story just seemed slight. It had the feeling of being written in one night.
I think I said plenty. Perhaps something rubbed Miss...
Hayworth.
Well, it seems I must have done something right if Miss Hayworth has reacted so strongly. And this was a particularly hot issue of Victoria's Secret. They had to make some very tough decisions.
You joke, but I really see nothing wrong with dealing with the important subject matter. All that thought and energy put into Saturday morning cartoons, I think it's depressing.
Max, I put my hand in my mouth after I touched all that money. Can that be bad for you?
Of course. That's how germs are spread.
Chet, 2 pitchers, please. Sir. So my feeling is we're like a club, you know? A bunch of guys hanging out all the time. We should have a name.
What do you have in mind?
I don't know, something that won't sound so stupid, look good on set and jacket.
You heard from Jane, Grover?
No, we didn't end so good. How are you, Chet?
I got a postcard from her. That's one of Kafka's houses.
Something tough. Cougars?
As you can probably imagine, I've lost quite a few girlfriends to graduation.
What do you think about cougars?
Get the glasses.
Thank you, sir.
No, wait. You're making me make myself dizzy.
Skippy wants to name our group.
What group? Yeah, what's the name?
I don't know, I was thinking of something like Cougars or Hawks or something.
Oh, I see.
We get matching lobster bibs with our names on
Or a special brand for cattle.
Forget it. Let's go to the hole.
No, no way. No hole for me.
That's where we're comfortable. That's where the fun is. Freshman bennies are there.
I don't need to go to a campus bar to be reminded of my lack of success with a bunch of thrill-seeking, snotty college kids.
That's us. We're like celebrities to them.
No, we were celebrities. Now going back would be like doing Hollywood Squares. I'm too nostalgic, I'll admit it.
We graduated 4 months ago. What can you possibly be nostalgic for?
I'm nostalgic for conversations I had yesterday. I begun reminiscing events before they even occur. I'm reminiscing this right now. I can't go to the bar because I've already looked back in it in my memory, and I didn't have a good time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch back to briefs. Okay.
It's great to see you.
Grover, if you're still here, you could tutor me.
Yeah, I'd like that.
It's high speed. Got any stories for me to read?
Not yet. I think you're up to date on my oeuvre.
How's your love life, Grover?
It's okay. It's a C+. It's okay.
I've re-enrolled in school.
You can't do that.
Oh, can't I? Chet, come over here.
Oh, God, don't bring him over here.
Chet! Why not? He's taken every class in the school. He's like some kind of mad genius.
It's like having a parent around. You can't re-enroll.
Ah, but I can, Max. See, I have money saved up for my valet parking job over the summer, and fortunately, that Cutlass's fender that I crushed isn't gonna sue. I'm auditing the classes I think I missed out on in our measly 4 years. Look, we didn't learn enough in school, and now it's up to us to educate ourselves. I think Chet will back me up here.
Got your back.
Thank you.
What are you taking?
I'm taking, what are you doing? Give me that. You're always taking things. You're not interested in anything unless someone else has it.
Who's the child?
This is Kate, my tutee.
What do you know about tutoring? And Otis with his mechanical engineering. Why does everybody have these little things they do that I don't know anything about?
Because you don't listen. I know Kate.
Thank you. Max, you're a philosophy major. You'll be interested in this. I'm taking ethics, Scandinavian lit, personality.
You took personality.
No, I took behavior. There's a difference.
Very big one.
No, you guys all talk the same.
Okay, I'm going home. I got boxes to pack.
If Miss Zergel is teaching Scandinavian lit, I wouldn't take it. She's okay one-on-one, but a horrible lecturer.
Enjoy school. It was nice to meet you, Kate. Chat, always a pleasure. Sir?
He and Max met before.
He's just being cool. Trust me, Max won't ever enjoy life the way he acts.
Yeah, I might have a job, but I have to go back for my second interview.
Really? Great. Where?
Video Planet?
You need a second interview at Video Planet?
Apparently.
Huh. What time is it? Oh, shit, I'm supposed to meet Miami at the hole 5 minutes ago. I'll see you guys there. Cougars. Cougars. Cougars!
Well, that's true. That's true, Rick. But if you'll excuse me, and I'm paraphrasing myself here, but I have said before that if Plato is a fine red wine, then Aristotle is a dry martini. Just so you understand me.
Imagine it's going much more quickly than I know. So. Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks very much. Oh my God. Jesus. Look at this. There's like food in here. In the beer. There's food in the beer.
Turn it.
No, I mean, I don't want to upset her. No. I don't want to bother her. She seems really irritable, a little distant. It's like, I don't know. It's just been a hard day for her. This might just set her over the edge. I want her to like me. I like this better anyway. It's like a piece of chicken wing or a cheese fry. I mean, look at this.
But don't complain to me if you're not going to return it.
I probably should have sent it back, I guess. But anyway, let's seriously not tell Max about the whole. Oh, shoot, I should have worn my hanky. What? Yeah, I'm gonna start wearing the hanky around, you know. It's a pretty good idea. I think I made a wise decision with these slacks tonight. Oh, Grover. Oh, she really likes what me see.
She wants you.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What, do you know her? No, wait, seriously, do you know her?
All right. Go ahead, man. You got an ID?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't have it on me. Listen, I'm way over 21.
I need proof. You certainly look old enough, but I need proof.
How did I believe it?
Gotta have it. Can't drink without it.
And so this friend of mine, you know, got a big hoop as a nose ring. And one day, while she was running to make a class, she got it caught in somebody else's hair who was running in the other direction. It ripped half her nose off.
Well, there's also that dark side to the nose ring.
You know, you would look good with a nose ring.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get one.
Yeah, it would have to be something like right here, like right in the center, but that would give you a tribal look.
Yeah, that's nice. Thank you. I think it's a good suggestion.
Yeah.
This girl. God, I'd like to Dickens out of her, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I have no idea what you mean.
ID.
They wouldn't let you in either, huh?
No, I lost my wallet.
Well, I gave my fake ID to my friend, and now she's in there partying while I'm out here.
ID.
Do you have a fake ID?
No, I have a real ID.
You're 21?
2.
ID.
Wow. Old Man River. There's an 80s party in the dorms.
You have work to do, as do I. Sweetie, we shouldn't be out so late.
I'm going.
I'll go.
You'll go? Great.
You're right.
What dorm?
Think I flew off the handle there?
I think you were fine. Skippy, give me a drink, huh? Thanks.
Ceiling. Books. As I lay dying. Heart of darkness. In this heart of darkness.
Hello.
Max, when Josie and the Pussycats were in outer space, what was the name of the puffy guy who flew?
Bleep, bleep.
Great, thanks.
You're bothering me. You drunk?
Yeah.
You got a message from your ex-girlfriend.
Should call her.
Got a quarter for me?
Who's that, Jane 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Yep.
Where are you?
Nowhere, what are you doing?
We'll see ya.
Hello, my friend. My little friend, you do nothing. Max Belmont does nothing. Oh, Max. What do you do? Oh, I do nothing.
Hey.
Do you know him?
Stupid freshmen say hi to everybody.
You beat off today?
Yeah. You?
Yeah.
You know, I caught myself writing go to bed and wake up in my date book as if they were two different events. What kind of job are you going to apply for?
I don't know. I need the money, but I'd rather not settle for anything small.
We're in Munton. There is only small in Munton.
Yeah, it's settled.
Can't talk, I got class.
Well, then you need to make this sound more impressive. This is ridiculous. Drove a truck? I mean, be specific. Why'd you drive a truck?
Deliver cheese.
What kind of cheese?
What do you mean, what kind? I don't know. It's Gouda or Stilton, maybe.
That's fancy cheese. It wasn't American then?
No, I think I delivered foreign cheeses. I just drove the truck.
I realize that, but how about responsibilities included transportation of gourmet cheese products throughout the metropolitan area?
Yeah, that's nice.
Uh-huh. See, you make fun of me, but there is something going on here.
Well, my brother's gay, so I know. Anyway,
Are you going to the rally? You know, racism spans the globe. From Howard Beach to Crown Heights, we witness acts of hatred.
What does that mean, from Howard Beach to Crown Heights? That's like, from the living room to the dining room, we witness acts of hatred. Racism spans from here to the dance floor.
So much anger. Could I get you a Jello shot, Naomi? Great.
sure, why not? I'll try one. Thanks.
2 grapes!
Where's Skippy?
You guys all talk alike. Skippy's,
Says he's doing homework, but I think he just watches TV and drinks Colt 45. They're the big ones.
Yeah, I know him.
What's Grover up to?
Well, he'd like us to think that he's writing a novel, but we all know he just goes out and gallivants with freshman women trying to relive Jane. If you'd like my intro to psychoanalysis.
Who'd you take intro to psych with?
No. I dated a girl who took it. Look at these people. This sleaze, for instance. I'm thinking of getting "I hate it" tattooed inside my mouth. I'm the guy that girls like to hug. The safe guy. I'll spend a night in a girl's bed and nothing will happen. We'll just lie next to each other and chat.
And these girls. We're both art history majors and we're real cute. But to be perfectly honest with you, anything past Impressionism kind of leaves us cold.
Give me a year and I'll be taken to college court for date by these two girls. And this fool, who knows what he's trying to swing, just another tattoo and motorcycle Mickey Rourke. God.
And what are you?
Was that the beep? Hi, Grover. It's me, Jane. How are you? I'm over here right now futzing around Prague. Always feel like I should say something important when I call long distance, but I don't really have anything to say right now. Let's see. I was in Poland for a while, if you tried to reach me, and, I finally read War and Peace, which was good. Like, that was a surprise. And when I was in Poland, I took this trip to Auschwitz. God, I hope this is the right number. That sounds terrible. I took a trip to Auschwitz. I don't know. Well, bye. Oh, you'll never believe how bad American coffee is until you've been over here.
Summer was gone, heat died down, and autumn reached for a golden crown. I looked behind as I heard a sigh, but this was the time of...
Hi. How are you?
Grover.
You're gonna think this is really weird, but I did think that your story was okay.
Oh, well, thanks.
While I'm here, I'd just like to respond to a remark that you made in class yesterday. You know, I couldn't think of anything clever to say then, but last night, while I was lying in bed, I came up with a retort, and when you said that I might be perversely attracted to your story, I should have responded, I'm not attracted to so many spelling mistakes. I'm responding to your witticism now.
14 hours after I said it?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there you go. Thanks.
I really appreciate you meeting here. I'd met at my house, but my mom and I
Oh,
had
no problem.
we had an argument.
Please,
She
please.
got really angry yesterday. Where should we?
It's your.
I think I'm gonna sit here. I never really sit here.
All right. Well, I'm gonna sit here.
Oh, that's Max's place.
Yeah. Feeling kind of surly?
Yeah. Speaking of surly, Max, it might be better if we don't ever mention this book club to Max.
Why? Why is that? Are you ashamed that we're starting a book club?
No, nothing like that. It's just that, you know, Max, he very likely will have an opinion.
Yeah. You're probably right. Well, shall we begin? First of all, thank God we speak fluent Spanish, huh? Jeez. You know what I noticed near the end of the book when Grady goes to the prison? That the violence, which has up to then had a ferocious energy about it, departed from the emotional violence and became terrifyingly brutal and real. And particularly after he left the prison and he went to find that horse, I found the descriptions of the horse to be, frankly, astonishingly beautiful and yet disturbingly arousing.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're right on. I think you've pinned down the what it is about the book. Definitely with the prison when Grady is there's violence. There's a lot of violence, and it's like night and day. And when Grady he saw those horses, I think you were saying, and it was arousing. It was violently arousing.
Otis, have you read this book?
Yeah. No.
Oh, please.
It's just that I've been so busy.
I managed to read this entire book and form a few thoughts about it. Now, if you're not going to take this seriously, perhaps we should disband the club now, before feelings get hurt.
No. I don't want any feelings that are. I was remiss in that I've got my brother with the mail fraud thing, and my mother caught me authorizing the Confrontation last night. So.
Ooh. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but...
She was angry like I've never seen her before.
Yeah. Well.
God, you know, I think I'm gonna blow this job interview off.
Oh, no. Otis, please don't. You obviously need a healthy dose of self-esteem. You need a job. Get out of your mom's home. Get a job, please.
I know, but what if I don't get it?
Well, you shoot for the stars and you hit the roof.
Yeah.
Well, next week?
Next week, by far. I mean, this, you know, from your description, this sounds like a great book.
Who would win, Freddie or Jason? Freddie.
So you've got to be ready at all times. Because if a customer wants to know where a movie is, you've got to be prepared to tell them what section it's in.
Sure.
Okay, for example, if I were to say Turner and Hooch, what would you say?
Comedy.
Close. We've got a special section for dog pictures. Dog buddy pictures.
Oh, I see.
Look at this. Someone put terms of endearment in with prison movies. Oh! Twit. It's supposed to go in terminal illness. What are your influences?
Samuel Fuller. All the good ones, all the other ones.
Yeah. That seems fun. Yeah. Well, it's hard to tell on the phone.
Otis.
Uh-huh. No, he seems better. He seems less depressed. No, I don't think you ruined his life. He'll recover. Mm-hmm.
Well, no, listen.
Me?
I was told to be here for Friday afternoon book club to discuss the novel that we'd read during the
I'm
week.
having some trouble focusing.
You read the book, Otis?
Your mind wanders.
We'll talk about the book later.
No, listen, I'm here. I don't like to waste my time. I'm calm. I'll help you clean up. Tidy's a lifestyle choice. I like to be of service. Just pisses me off.
Why do you keep bringing him here?
Well, he's a friend of mine. Well, I think it's good to make new friends.
Why do you need more friends? What about me? You got enough friends. A new one is bad. You start spreading around your affection and it runs thin, believe me. Since when is there a book club?
Want to join?
No.
Your loss.
So that's where that was.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep packing it.
Oh my God. There's hair all over the floor. This place is a pigsty.
What's that you're doing?
Huh? Oh, I'm measuring the distance from the couch to the TV. Chet said that we've been sitting a couple inches too close.
Don't you find all that television watching is a waste of time?
Well, yeah, of course, but you're doing the crossword, which is just as much a waste of time, if not a greater one.
Yeah, but at least I'm thinking of words and roots of words and sometimes in Latin. A waste of time, yes. A bigger waste of time than TV? No.
Anyone beat off today?
Hey, Grover, how's your dad?
That was Mom.
Oh, how is Julie?
Isn't it bad enough to be whipped by your own mother? You have to have this wussy relationship with Grovers? You are a jackanapes.
Jackanapes.
Look, can we skip the pleasantries and finish our conversation, Mr. Book Club?
Lay off the book club, huh? Look, I watch TV with a critical eye. If I get truly sucked in, then I know it's time to change the channel.
Is it abbreviated? Is it plural? These are the questions I have to ask myself.
Max, can I ask you a question?
Your attention span is like 1/4 of a music video.
There are many dull parts in the videos.
Max, did you screw Miami?
What? Otis?
I thought he knew.
No, I just told you, out of guilt. We've developed such a weak, pathetic familiarity that talking to you is like talking to myself.
I think the operative words in this situation are weak and pathetic. I mean, what are we supposed to do with this information? I don't want it.
Well, then give it back. And stop looking at me, Chet. I can see he's judging me. Stop judging me! Put the broom down. Stop cleaning.
Well, you'll do what you want to do, but Skippy is your friend.
Shut up!
Max. How was she?
What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just you gave me a black cup. I can't drink from a black cup.
Huh.
It's too much black. See, it's all that black. I can't see the coffee, so I like to see what I'm drinking.
Yeah. I don't like raisins. It's so funny because my mother, she used to make me eat them even though she knew that I hated them. And then she... The end. 50 cents.
What's this?
For my raisin story, when I tell a bad story, I like to pay people for their time.
Oh, I liked it. It was good. I mean, it was short, but I liked it. Especially the part about your mother.
Really? You did?
Yeah. I'll take a quarter.
Do you, want that?
No, that's okay.
My parents, they still come and visit me after 4 years. I mean, you'd think they'd be sick of it.
Your parents still together?
No.
What are you writing?
I don't know, I've always thought that my parents were part of the trickle-down method of parenting, you know, like reflection on the Reagan years. Looked good to a lot of people, but basically I'm paying for all that neglect now.
I guess my parents have sort of a Lyndon Johnson feel to them. Like there's no satisfactory reason why they became parents. Like my real parents were assassinated, and these people just were next in line for the job. You know? I don't know. They fight a lot, but they'll never split.
Wish this year would last forever sometimes.
I know.
All right, listen, can I talk to you about something? Mister, don't even start with me, because this has been the worst day.
Join the club.
Bonjour, Max.
Can't believe I'm doing this. I hated the food when I went here. Now I'm back by choice.
What can I get for you?
Can I get some more pasta and a potato, please?
Sorry, I can't give you both. One entree per person.
Potato is an entree?
Yep. It's well some people eat around here.
Since when is potato an entree? When I went here, you could get 2 potatoes sometimes in an entree.
Well, things have changed, you know. Cutbacks.
Couldn't you just bend the rules a bit, Kate?
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not a student here. This is my job. I could get fired. Aren't you Grover's friend?
Yeah. Oh, you're the girl. This is your job.
It's my job.
Kate. Max.
So what can I get for you?
Can I get another potato, Kate?
Sure.
Hi. It's me. I feel really stupid calling again. I wish someone would just pick up or call or something. Max, are you there? Are you doing a crossword? I have this fear that you're all around the machine giggling or something. Grover, I just wanted to tell you that
This is going to be a tight year. The separation is costing a lot more than I had anticipated. You know, Ellen has this property.
Car's still there?
Yeah, I'd feel more comfortable if we sat by the window so I could keep an eye on it. How's Jane?
Still in Czechoslovakia.
You mean the Czech Republic?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Well, Czech or Slovakia. Got to read the newspapers, Grover.
Well, in college, I didn't get much chance to read up on things.
Why aren't you with her?
Is that everything you own?
Yeah, except for some stuff I got in storage. Do you have any more cheese?
Just Cheese Whiz, actually.
Okay.
All right.
I started to run, but I threw out my back. Beautiful campus here. So I've been thinking of things to help you write. Unblock. I like that one story you sent me last year, the one about you and your mother. Oh, would you tell your mother that we still have to settle the telephone bill from last May?
Yeah, sure.
You know, I'll bet if your math grades had been higher, you probably could have gotten into Brown. So I'm moving in with Ellen. She's got this lovely property in Oyster Bay. Beautiful grounds, right on the ocean, grotto pool.
So you're officially divorced?
No, legally separated. Divorce would be a little expensive for us right now. I think the fact that you were still going to school sort of kept us together.
Yeah? Well, good, I guess.
It's tough. It's tough, as I'm sure you know, dating women.
Mm-hmm.
Before Ellen, right after your mother, I went to bed with a woman. She was...
Dad, I'm not really ready to accept you as a human being yet. The idea of you and Mom is disgusting enough, but you and another woman...
I mean, I'm 56 years old, and I gotta start using condoms
Dad.
again. It's crazy.
Dad, stop.
By the time you get it out of the package, you lose your
Dad,
erection.
Dad.
Sorry. It's just making adjustments to living without your mother is wearing on me. I have to work at my adjustments. I think your mother's better at it than I am. She seems to be okay, is that right?
Yeah, she seems good. But from what I can tell, this is pretty much her decision.
Yeah. I hate to compromise. Find a balance. Ah, here's my fancy rental car. Got a good deal on it, though. Anyway, I was thinking that maybe you'd be interested in moving into my apartment in the village. There's a really nice coffee shop on the corner. A lot of writers and artists. Until you're ready to get on your feet.
I'm not really too into the coffee house thing. It's stupid.
Well, you don't have to go there. I'll leave the cable in. You get all the Knick games. It'd only be until next summer, though, because I'd like to rent it by then. The Ellen used to work at the New Yorker, and I'll bet she could get you an internship or something if you're interested.
Yeah, it actually sounds kind of nice.
Ellen really likes you.
I don't wear jeans a lot. I don't feel comfortable in jeans.
So, you want to take my car or yours?
I don't have a car. I don't drive.
So you want to take mine?
Yeah, that sounds good.
You know, I was thinking, maybe you should apply to graduate school in California. I've always wanted to go there.
Why don't you apply to grad school in California?
Or that.
I don't know about things, Jack.
What don't you know?
Can we just admit some lies that we may have told each other?
Oh, God. What a question. What?
I'm gonna write it down.
What?
Throw me the Sharpie. Thanks.
I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry. It was weeks ago. I was at the hall and...
I have a tremendous heat running through my body.
Look at this suckwad.
What are you doing?
Hey! Joker, get out of my spot! What's your problem, you suck ass? We were here first! Hey, God, get out of my spot! Get, you mother...
This is fine, okay? Let's just park here. This is good.
You wanna fight me? You wanna fight me? I'll break your legs! I'm gonna break your legs. I'm gonna break his legs. I'm gonna kill his family. I'm gonna smash that car. I'm gonna break your legs!
This shouldn't be done. This guy would rather be bow hunting. Don't upset him because he'd already rather be bow hunting in any additional aggravation.
Chicken shit!
He left.
Yeah.
Make me sad, Skippy. You know, this big idea about you learning and coming back to school and taking all these classes. You haven't done a stitch of reading since you've been here, and you get on my case about my studies. I mean, really.
God, I begged you to stay on Prozac.
You used me to come back to school. That's what you did.
Because I could care less about your stupid classes. Is G.I. Joe a safe doll to give kids at Christmas? What's the effect of TV weathermen on society?
My classes. Let's talk about your classes, okay? Your dinosaur classes and all that shit. Let's talk about your friends. Let's talk about how you guys are all in love with each other and how sick you make me with your stupid games, those trivia games. Ding, Max loves Grover. Ding, Skippy does Otis. Ding, they all do each other and it drives me nuts. Ding that, Skippy. Get a life.
Nice dime store psychoanalysis.
You know what? I can't stand you. I can't stand that. You know, your shoes, your pants, that shirt you're wearing, your hair. Your hair drives me crazy. Just get out, okay? I have homework to do. Just get out. Get out. Get out. 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 Go. Go. Out.
You got nice eaves on your house there.
Eves. You do the crossword too, huh?
Yeah. Well, I had a nice time.
Yeah. You know, tomorrow's my birthday.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible. That's just the worst. Now I won't know what to get you. If I get you a big gift, it looks like I'm overcompensating and coming on too strong. If I get you something small, I look cheap. I've inherited a tragedy. It's like a venereal disease, a birthday at this point.
You know, I don't know why everything is always so glum with you at first. Potatoes, parking, toppings on pizza. I like birthdays. I'm gonna be 17 tomorrow, and I like that.
17. Wow. So now you can read 17 magazine and finally get all the references.
So it's not so bad? I want to be older, and it's not a disease.
Well, may you see 17 more.
I'll only go to first with you tonight.
Misfortune and my boots filled with sorrow for the adolescent country. Bleeding cactus. In or out?
Grover, I need to know if you're going to stay in my apartment. Otherwise, I'll rent it. Call me. Nick's in trouble.
Zach, do you have Dr. Giggles letterboxed? Insane doctors right next to interesting failures. Yes.
Aha, this bastard wasn't kind, didn't rewind, and now, mister, you'll get fined.
When I make my movie, they're gonna have a hell of a time finding a category for it. Did I tell you about my movie?
Yes.
Well, it's changed a little bit. Now it's about this guy who lives with his mother, right? And they sort of fall in love. It's real shocking, you know, like Lolita.
There were blood relations in Lolita.
Well, see, I'm doing something different then, and I'm playing with gender roles. They probably put it in offbeat.
They're way offbeat.
See, you're shocked. All right, have this back by Tuesday night. You've got a delinquent Mystic Pizza.
Yeah, whatever.
See, you're shocked. They'd have to invent a section for my movie. That'll be cool, huh? When I make my movie and it comes out on video, you and I can see who rents it. We could probably sit here and watch it on the TV.
So you plan on still working here even after you make a motion picture?
True, I may not be here then.
There is a certain laughability to Kant. I'm sure he's valuable in certain ways, but you gotta admit there's a laughability to him.
Is it me? Or does bankrupt come up more often on Wheel of Fortune now, huh?
No, I think I see you as Brock to my Picasso.
Yes.
Rather buried, cremated, or eaten by crows.
I think I'd rather be cremated.
Okay, can you name me 10 European capitals?
Ding, ding! Holland, England, England.
Nice.
Hey, Skippy, what kind of a trig master are you anyway?
Hey, Chet, you want to ding in?
Oh, no, sir. At my age, I find trivia too exhausting.
Okay, I'll go. Can you name me all 9 of the Friday the 13th?
Ding,
Wait,
ding,
oh,
ding,
ding first.
ding.
Oh, it's ding first.
Okay, Friday the 13th 1, just Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th 2, Friday the 13th 3, and 3D. 4 the final chapter, 5 a new beginning, 7 is a new blood, 8 is Jason Takes Manhattan, 9 is Jason Goes to Hell.
High speed, Otis.
What the hell is 6? 6 Jason Sexton.
Tick, time is up.
Max.
I'm pretty sure it's Jason Sexton.
No. Max.
Jason Kills.
That's it. That's it.
There's no Jason
Well,
Kills.
something like that. We'll give it to him anyway.
All right, next.
What do you mean you'll
name
give
me
it to him
6
anyway?
TV shows for movies.
You shouldn't even be Trip Mash.
Mash.
You're not one of us. Jason Kills is an idiotic title. They might as well call all of them Jason Kills. Jason Kills in every one of those suck-win movies.
Do you want me to take his
Breaking
points
away.
back?
Yes, I want you to take his
There is
points
no
back.
Jason Kills.
No.
Was Uncle Buck a TV show?
Will you shut up for a second?
Yes. Yes.
It's not Jason Kills. Is it?
It's Jason Lives.
Ah, Jason lives.
Who the f cares what Jason does?
You started this.
Look at us.
Hey, was Charles in charge of movie?
No. I quit. You're all a bunch of media slaves. I hate this game show shit. Kate, I'm having a slight nervous breakdown right now. Would you mind excusing yourself, please?
I took back his points.
Thank you. This is all conversational blue balls.
Calm down. Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the futon this morning.
You should talk. You're the biggest wet blanket of us all. Worst influence on anyone.
I'm going home.
You're not going anywhere. None of us are going anywhere. We're gonna stay at school forever.
Shut up, Skippy.
Leave Skippy alone.
Leave Skippy alone? That's his role. That's what we like about Skippy. We like to kick him around and make fun of him. That's the norm.
But it's a bad habit.
Well, this is all just habit. These drinks we're drinking, scotch. You smoke like a chimney, Grover. Affectations that become habits. No different than us. We stay together out of fear. That's all we know.
Then we should adjust and treat him better. He's not a child. Max, you just accept everything like it'll go on like this. I'm 22. And when I'm 42, you'll be 42, and Otis will be 42.
Thanks.
It's interesting. Of course, my birthday's in a month, so I'll be 43, but...
You know what I mean. We all know what we mean. Just leave Skippy be. He's not a child.
Max is an asshole. But he's right.
What? I'm defending you, you idiot.
This crap is all just a symptom of the pressures the Hawks have put upon themselves to remain.
Cougars.
Cougars, Hawks, who gives a It's a symptom of the pressures we put upon ourselves to remain friends in this non-unnatural environment. Liberal arts bullshit. I'm not prepared.
Hey, is everything all right here?
Soon we're gonna all start backstabbing one another.
Skippy.
I know. You in Miami.
I slept with her.
Yeah, I know. She told me. And Grover told me too. And Hodis told me also.
I didn't say a word.
Well, aren't we all good friends?
Although Miami said she slept with Max, and 3 of you say Max slept with her. Now, I don't know who to believe.
I'm sorry. We were both just there. It was just a thing. I'm not... I mean, there's Kate.
I hate you. Essentially, we're not friends. Basically, you're a As of now, wait till the second hand passes to 5. There. As of now, our friendship is done. It's official. It's finished.
Hi. I was just walking by.
Hold it. Hold it. Just. I'm having one of those times where my name sounds very weird to me. My name is Jane. Jane. It all sounds so foreign to me, you know?
This is really where you like to hang out, huh?
Yeah. I like to come here and get away from school. Think about graduation. Plus, Chet lets me listen to talk radio. I'm just addicted to it.
This is a townie bar.
You know, these little things that people have as pets called dogs. You know, dogs. Cantaloupe. We eat cantaloupe.
What are you talking about?
These things that we take for granted. They're all so weird. You know, these words, these names. Jane. Grover. Grover.
What are you drinking?
Scotch.
Yikes. Chet.
They only play country music on this jukebox. I'm a little drunk. You okay?
Well, I'm hammered. I mean, I'm hiding it very well. I'm aware of that. But I'm pretty soused. Can you tell?
No.
Come on.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you were at the bar, you were saying diaphragm instead of diploma. Other than that, no. What about me?
No, I had no idea. You seem fine. I mean, when you called Chet daddy, I thought that's, you know, who he was. Your daddy.
Shit. I gotta be at my therapist in 5 minutes. What do I do being at my therapist drunk? How awful.
You know, despite my efforts, my intense efforts to do nothing, things happen anyway.
Like?
I'm embarrassed to say. I didn't want to have any attachments at school my senior year, you know, graduation and all.
Yeah. Me too.
I just hope that we both feel this way after today. After we leave this moment, I hope that after the alcohol wears off, you go talk to your shrink, and I go back to my friends. I just hope we keep this.
It's not really as dramatic as all that. I mean, we've got some time. It's a long life. Hey, what if we did have a love affair? Do you think it'd really last?
That's a good attitude.
Hi. It's me. I feel really stupid calling again. I wish someone would just pick up or call or something. Max, are you there? Are you doing a crossword? I have this fear that you're all around the machine giggling or something. Grover, I just wanted to tell you that Hi. It's me. I feel really stupid calling again. I wish someone would just pick up or call or something. Max, are you there? Are you doing a crossword? I have this fear that you're all around the machine giggling or something.
Grover, I just wanted to tell you that I miss you.
She's really happy. Her new professor's terrific, and he's very encouraging of her writing.
Stop calling me. I thought about calling her. It just seems like a lot to do, you know? She's so far. That long distance code is so long.
It's long.
It's really long. And I'm not there. Do you plan to leave here, ever?
Why would I leave?
I don't know.
You know, I sold term papers to make a living, and slept with undergraduates, the whole deal. After my 7th or 8th year, I began to feel like I was using myself. Somehow I experienced my time as a postponement of my life, but eventually I just realized that this is my life.
I can see getting used to it.
I met a woman, my 3rd American history of the 20th century professor. We had this child.
Nice.
It is nice. It's nice. But it's not for everyone. Some people need to have a real career, which is something that I've never really understood. You know, why someone would want to be a vet or a lawyer or a filmmaker. I'm paraphrasing myself here, but I am a student, and that's what I chose. You might need to choose something else, and that's...
I like that you drink. I like a bartender who drinks. Otherwise, I feel like I'm being poisoned.
Here's a joke. How do you make God laugh?
How?
Make a plan.
Oh, God. My mother put mayonnaise on this. This thing is swimming in mayonnaise. I could get really sick if I don't get this refrigerated soon, isn't that right?
Absolutely. Warm mayonnaise only means trouble.
Oh.
So we'll see you when, spring break?
Yeah. What? No. I think it might be better if I stay till summer. Oh, God, I'm answer times 4.
Bye, Otis.
Oh. Hi, Kate.
Max is gonna miss you.
Boy. High school. I missed that like a too. Thanks. Okay, just get this over with.
Baby.
Hey, I'll give you $400 if you go into duty-free shop with no pants on and start yelling, "Look at me. Look at me."
Hey, Otis said you applied for a job in the philosophy department.
Did he say that? Well, then it must be true. Kay might take some time off after school and might get a place.
Stop.
Oh, and there's the prom.
Don't make fun.
I didn't make fun. I got my
Bye,
tuxedo.
baby.
Shit. I wish I hadn't noticed that.
I think my start looks like
Give me some sugar.
That's high speed. Yeah, you're like no. They're not so much inventions, got a thing here, but you know, a bunch of guys we talk.
Yeah, it is. 14D, there you go.
Thank you.
Have a safe flight.
Are there any flights to Prague?
We have a shuttle that goes to International Terminal, then you change for Paris, and change there for Prague.
And the shuttle leaves when?
In an hour.
You put me on it.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. That flight's all booked.
Look, everybody else in America's already been to Prague. What's the big deal? You send one extra. I'm sorry. You see, I've been needing to go there for a long time now. I mean, there's Czech and Slovakia, and the big Jewish cemetery, and the opera house, and maybe that's Vienna where the opera house is. But that's nearby, you know, and given the opportunity, I'd hit Vienna too. Hell, I'd do all of Europe given the chance. I can imagine Jane and some Praguian idiot dancing the night away. Horrible image. And the coffee, see, all I know is American coffee. Or the beer, or whatever's good over there. It's gotta all be better over there. And nothing I eat has any taste. This has been such a strange time. And what if I was there now? You know, how would things be different?
Flight 32.
Isn't there a big bridge with statues on it? I seem to remember that from a history class. And Jane and some guy kissing on the bridge in public. Oh, it's Jane and some Czech writer. Image kills me. This is great. This is so frustrating because I'm terrible at conflict. I hate it. And if I'd imagined this problem while falling asleep one night, I don't think I would have spoken up to you. Even in my fantasy life, I just would have accepted it. That's who I am. But today, I have to go. I have to. And when I tell people about this in the future, I know that, you know, it'll be the time that I went, you know? And I know that when I review this little episode in my head, I'm not gonna know what I did or why I did it. I think they've done something with the real Grover. But it'll make a good story of my young adult life, you know, the time I chose to go to Prague. I'll look back on it and I won't believe that I actually went, you know, I went away. So let me go, I have to, I need. Just put me on the plane. Let me go.
I think I can find a seat for you. Very good, Mr. Carey. Now I'll just have to see your passport. You can always go tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks. Sorry. This is for my confession in the bar. I'm a little drunk, but I didn't mean to scare you.
It's okay. I'd take 50 cents.
Thanks.
He said he'd leave.
You still find your name weird?
Oh, no. Just happens to me occasionally. Oh! I came up with a great comeback to something that you said to me yesterday. I can't remember it now, though.
How come I never saw you before writing class?
I guess you didn't look. I mean, I've always been there.
Just to think for 4 years we're catching the same colds, being bit by the same mosquitoes.
To think.
So what's your sign?
I'm Scorpio. Why?
I'm Libra.
Oh, really? What does that mean?
I don't know. It should mean something, though. It sounds like it does.
Yeah, it does. Must.
Some story ideas?
Just something occurred to me.
That's good to do that. I always forget to carry writing materials.
Is it really obnoxious?
Okay, the way I see it, if we were an old couple, dated for years, graduated away from all these scholastic complications, and I reached over and kissed you, you wouldn't say a word. I mean, you'd be delighted, probably. But if I was to do that now, it would be quite forward. And if I did it the first time we ever met, you probably would hit me.
What do you mean?
I just wish we were an old couple so I could do that.
What?
I know I got a bad reputation, and it isn't just talk, talk, talk. If I could only give you everything, you know I haven't got. I couldn't have one conversation if it wasn't for the lies, lies, lies. And still I wanna tell you everything till I close my eyes. Suddenly I'm on the street, 7 years disappear.